They make you think that the original Mexicans are all white Mexicans.
Come on here. Make it plain.
I don't have anything against a white Mexican, but you're not the original.
Come on here. Make it plain.
What language did the original Mexicans speak? Why are you speaking Spanish? You're not Spain. You're not Spanish.
Come on.
Where did you get that name you have? Sanchez. Ramirez. Look at you. My name is Sergio Sanchez. I'm not one of those black ones. But Africans were in that part of the world maybe before you got there. Yeah. And now you're an alien. That's terrible. That Americans can call Mexicans aliens. You know, we ought to be praising the Mexicans because we living on land that was once theirs. San Diego. Or maybe it should be San Diablo. Excuse me, a slip of it. Brothers and sisters, it's sad that Mexico lost California, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado. All of this was once Mexico. And through trickery, a war was started. See, this is a people that make war and blame the person they're making war on, and then take your land. That's a modus operandi all over the world. So look. Now Mexicans are here in San Diego. I think from what I heard, 30% of the population, and growing. A racist white supremacist must be going crazy, you know, because for the first time, Hispanic, black, and Asian babies outnumbered white babies. An ominous sign for the future. Now listen now. In the next 30 or 40 years, white people will be the minority in their own country that they took from the native people. That must be a terrible feeling. To know that in just a few short years, the majority is going to be the minority. And one man, one vote. So we become governor of every state. Well, we give them a few.
All right, let's talk about the Olmecs if we can. Who were the Olmecs, David?
You know, the Olmecs are a very recent civilization to us. Prior to really 1940, the Olmecs were completely unknown. Up to that time, the archaeologists believed that the oldest civilization that was in Central America was the Mayans. And the Mayans went back to, at that time, they were saying, well, the Mayans went back to, say, 500 BC, 800 BC, something like that. Well, what happened was, in the 1930s, art experts in the United States began realizing that there was this style of art coming out of Mexico that was totally unique, and it wasn't Mayan. And it wasn't Aztec or Zapotec or Mixtec. It was this very unusual and distinctive kind of art, statues, jade artifacts, things like that. And this is how they found the Olmecs. And the look of the Olmecs is very curious. The most famous things of the Olmecs are what we call the colossal heads, these gigantic basalt heads. They weigh 20 tons, and they look like Nigerian rugby players or something. They're wearing helmets. They look very, very African. They have the typical Negroid wide nose and thick lips. When you see these guys, they don't look like Mayans. They look extremely African.
These guys are often wearing strange helmets, and they look to be foreigners. They appear to be from Africa and the Middle East and other areas like that. So what are they doing here in Central America?